Hello, my name is Sirena Nunez, and I'm going to be giving a presentation on two musical terms, augmentation and diminution. And yes, it's pronounced diminution. So, augmentation and diminution. Augmentation, of course, is when you double the note values in an entire selection or passage. So the first selection would be 1E and a 2 and 3, 4. And you would augment that. You would double every single note value. So the 16 notes become eighth notes, the eighth notes become quarter notes, the quarter notes become half notes. And what was originally 1E and a 2 and 3, 4 is now 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 3, off, right? Diminution is the reverse of that. It's when you have the note values of an entire selection or passage. So in this selection I have here, it would be the half note would become a quarter note, the eighth notes become 16th notes, the eighth and dotted quarter rhythm becomes a 16th and dotted eighth rhythm, the whole note becomes a half note. And so you have 1, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 off. That becomes 1, 2, 3E and a 4A 1 off. So I think it's a fairly simple concept. So augmentation, the note values double in length. Diminution, the note values half in length. And I have a cute little selection right here for you. So this is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So this is the original excerpt of the selection, right? They have quarter notes and then a half note. Augmentation, when you double the length, the same notes, C, C, G, G, A, G, becomes doubled in length. Diminution, it shortens in length. C, C, G, G, A, G. That's the selection. Now, I also have music right here. So in this bit, the original selection, and then you can hear it doubled in length. As well as halved in length. And in this selection that I have here for you, you can see that all over the place. So you can see the entire, this entire 4-measure phrase here repeated and turned into an 8-measure phrase. And then you can also see what was originally this entire bit here. You can see it gets halved into a 4-measure phrase here. So originally an 8-measure phrase, halved into a 4-measure phrase, and then you have a 4-measure phrase that gets doubled into an 8-measure phrase. And this is the entire selection. So this is a really fun technique that composers use to make things interesting. Pretty much the same melodic content throughout the entire selection, right? It's same familiar nursery rhyme that we're all aware of, but being able to stretch out the melody and shorten the melody kind of gives this like it's the textural sound, right? It makes things more interesting, especially in this area right here where you have the selection that was diminutioned and then being played at the same time as a selection that's been augmented to kind of lead into the final section where you have the melody, the original melody, separated in the bass and the soprano, in the bass, yeah, by fifths, no, by thirds. I apologize. C and E, and it goes to the entire line, and then of course it ends on a one chord C major. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed.